Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to the first and last hit show and FALH radio on the bus route. I'm your host, Mac Dubs. To my left is AJ Wichita
What's
and
up,
our
everybody?
special guest tonight, a cool cat that likes the Iowa Hawks, Mr. Landon. How you doing tonight, dude?
Hey, thanks, Mac, for allowing me to come on the show tonight. And I'm doing great. It's a Friday. School's ending in a couple of weeks now. Kind of laid back Friday. Hard week at school this week, but pushing through it, man. How you doing?
I can't complain. We got through work week. We just got done with practice tonight. We got a big game on Monday night. Determines who's the regular season champs and who gets
Landon, people are liking you
first
already. Look
seed.
at that.
So
There's somebody.
Yeah, they already got. I told you my fan base. They're waiting for me, man. That's my friend Nate working in. Shout out to him. Great
How you
to see
doing,
people on
Nate?
the stream.
how you doing? How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, man. Y'all chime in.
Stay active.
And
Chalk
yeah,
it
you
up,
know
say
what?
hi.
We can actually later on in the show we'll probably try and bring somebody else on the stream and let them ask us
Chill
some
out.
questions as well.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
let's start off with some basketball here. Uh, what do you think about the Lakers? Do you think it's the end of the LeBron James era?
Well, you see, when I talk about the Lakers, you got to think first about, like, obviously the coaching changes they've had in the past, I think, 4 years. They've gone through two coaches now, obviously firing Darvin Ham last week. I think where we are is going to depend on the draft. We all know draft night. Obviously, Brian James is not going to be a first rounder, but if he does get picked in the second, wherever he goes, probably expect LeBron to follow him. If he does go to the Lakers, then I see LeBron staying for another year or two. But I really think I was talking to someone last week about the sport of basketball is changing. It's changing rapidly. Teams are scoring much more points now. We have points in, 120 points per game when we're used to be, back in the 90s, in the 80s, we used to have less, 90 points scored in the game, 80 points in the Jordan era. And now we're up here in the 120s. And I think where LeBron James is at a level where he can still produce at a great level. But I think this era for the Lakers is changing, and the sport of basketball is definitely in a state of change right now.
So, Mike, we got a question from Nate asking if he can join later on.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
Honestly,
you
why
can
not?
join in. We'll get you on here in a little bit. After
Absolutely.
after commercials and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But AJ, what's your take on that?
I am, I used to like the Lakers, but I don't like LeBron James. I feel he is overrated, and he's not doing enough. And I feel like I can't take away his accomplishments, but at the same time, people blow him way out of proportion, and they build him up to a Michael Jordan level and call him the GOAT when he most certainly has not reached that standard or that level.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. Speaking of like LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, great player. Michael Jordan, I still consider Michael Jordan as the GOAT. That was my era of basketball. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Patrick Ewing,
Larry Bird.
Now, I'm not that old. I'm sure as heck not that old. But I think it goes like this. I think it goes Michael, Kobe, Bron. And the only reason why I say that is because Kobe stayed with the Lakers. Michael stayed with the Bulls.
What about Shaq? You're leaving out Shaq. I mean, LeBron James is not a Laker original, and plus he played for another team or at least a solid two teams. So if you're going to put greatness on players, I don't even consider LeBron in the top 3 because there's still so many players that are number 1 have been so loyal and plus have the statistics to back it up.
Well,
Nate agrees that LeBron is losing it. Yes, I think we.
I don't know. I mean, as far as like losing it, I can agree and disagree. I think he's losing it as like he's getting older, he's slowing down. So I still think he can hang around for a little bit longer. Sure. Maybe 2-3 years max.
See, no, I mean, if he's going to do, I think this is about the time where he passes it up now, and he decides. I mean, if he wants to stay around in basketball, do a different role. Like go off into coaching or somewhere where you're going to be.
I'll talk to you later. Comment.
Better off. You know what I mean? Like if you are at that age and you are slowing down, you really need to start thinking about different ventures. Whether it's, I mean, you look at the marketing he has. Nobody can deny his fan base and the things that he has done. His shoes. I mean, he's got a mind for basketball. I'm not going to take that away from him. Again, put him in coaching, something other than on the court.
I totally agree with that statement, guys. I think you look at I was putting Tom Brady, for example. Brady was playing into his early 40s in the NFL. I mean, look at it. I think he won a Super Bowl with the Bucs probably when he was, I think, either 40 or 41. One of those. He was in his 40s when he won that final Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. And you look at where that still wasn't obviously prime Tom Brady, but he was able to still win a Super Bowl, still able to carry his team to the playoffs, still able to do that with a Buccaneers team that, hey, who knows how good they are. This Lakers team, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I watched the Nuggets-Lakers series. Anthony Davis is a fantastic player. He can shoot the ball very well. He can play the defensive side of the ball too. And I think where, the Lakers, I don't think they're in the playoffs without Anthony Davis. LeBron James is a good player, but the surrounding cast that he has is what makes him where he's at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can agree. But take a look at J.R. Smith. He got up there in age, but look what he's doing now. He's playing golf.
And some people do that. I mean, look at a few of the other. Michael Jordan. When he did basketball, he moved on to baseball, and then he ended up doing, I believe, some golfing himself. And it seems like that happens with, a lot of the celebrities is they go from their career sport, and then after retirement, it's golfing or it's usually commercials, and that's something that's always. So it's always made me wonder as to why golf?
Why baseball? I mean,
yeah.
look. I mean, and to get off topic for a second to talk about like two-way sports, look at Deion Sanders. He played for the Atlanta Braves, and he played for the Atlanta Falcons at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And then you have Russell Wilson. He played football and baseball in college at the same time. And then, there's so many players that are diverse and play different.
You got players that are even moving from like the NFL and things like that over to wrestling. You got.
Oh yeah.
We were just talking about him before the show. Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
He was a kicker, and now he's doing broadcasting or commentating. And even before that, you have, and I'll just name off a few very big names. Brock Lesnar, very controversial, I know. There's Bill Goldberg, kind of take everybody back a little bit.
Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, Roman Reigns, even he played a little bit, and I'll even name one who I'm actually fall in love with the guy, Braun Breaker, who can run a speed of and clocking it now. And a wrestling ring is a size 20 by 20. and you hit those ropes, and if you can clock a speed at 23 miles an hour, and then just imagine spearing somebody at 23 miles an hour, dude. I'm telling you, and I think he's only still in his 20s yet, and yet he's played for the Ravens. Now he's in WWE. That's what I love about the new generation of talent and athletes is they are making moves into multiple sports, and they are able to succeed and excel in those multiple sports.
Landon, what's your take on the two-way players?
Hey, you see him a lot. You see him a lot in different sports. And I think, two-way players, like you guys said, there's been a lot in even in the past, and even going back to, like I said, Michael Jordan playing baseball and football. I mean, Deion Sanders, obviously a local guy here. We know what he did about how he had the one game when he had to leave the World Series game to go and play in the NFL in the after the game. It's crazy about how I can't even imagine that. I mean, as an athlete, I play multiple sports, but I think like to be professionally paid to play two sports is crazy even. And I think, when you go back and you look at all these great players that we see playing two-way sports, playing baseball and football, and I mean, it's a high level, but I see a lot of them, it doesn't always work out at the end, and you have to pick one over the other.
Well, then you got to succeed. It takes a special type of athlete to succeed in multiple. Nate had just asked a question of WWE with question marks. That is World Wrestling Entertainment, formerly known for the older generation, and I say that, and I was part of this older generation. The WWF, which was the World Wrestling Federation, professional wrestling, or they're always big on TV. Weekly shows, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. And then, of course, you got AEW, which is an upcoming promotion that's on Wednesdays and Fridays. I mean, with wrestling, you got wrestling on almost every day of the week.
So Landon, you're a Iowa fan. So is that just for football or is that basketball too?
No, with the Caitlin Clark era, you know what? I'm not any type of bandwagon that started watching the woman. Obviously, I've been a diehard Iowa fan. I've been watching the women for a long time, but men is still my favorite with men's basketball. So I follow men's basketball, men's football, the baseball team who's playing right now. I'm watching them, and then women's basketball. So, I mean, growing up local in Iowa City, I've been to a ton of games, and I still go back to about one every year.
So you are like diehard Iowa, like diehard Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you would go up to my room, you'd see all my Iowa stuff. I mean, everybody at my school says every day to school I wear a different Iowa shirt. Everybody asks me, they say, when are you eventually going to stop wearing Iowa stuff? I say, I'll stop wearing Iowa stuff when Iowa's offense starts scoring points in football. So that's when I'm going to. And that might take a couple of years, but.
And the funny thing about that is, and Mac can attest to this, is I will not usually answer the phone if there's a Michigan game on. If there's a Michigan game on or a Buccaneers game, you're not going to get an answer out of me. But I will make some exceptions for a few people. And Mac has been on the phone with me while I'm watching a Michigan game, and I get so into it that either one, my voice goes hoarse and I lose my voice, or two, because I'm autistic, I get so excited in it and into it where I start huffing, my arms start going, and I completely lose it with excitement. And in this past playoffs, national championships, and even before that, even the big rivalry games, I would get up and I'd dance with my daughter and just celebrate for literally an hour straight. And an hour after the game, and I'd still be dancing around and bopping around the floor. And it's just like, I can't believe I'm 33 years old and I still can't believe the energy that I put out there after a win like that.
I feel you, man. I mean, my week is dependent on if Iowa wins or loses. I mean, football games every Saturday during the fall, Iowa loses, it's going to be a bad week, man. I think we all know how that feels.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so locked in during football games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like you. I just
yeah. No, I can't agree with both of y'all, man. It was hurtful. It was hurtful this year. I told you we were emailing back and forth. I'm a Duke fan.
Potato Factory. Sorry, Mac, real quick. To answer your question, our channel is First and Last Hit. That's where you can always come check us out. Just look us up. We should pop up there with the logo that you see behind the three of us. Just look for that, and you should be all right. So,
Potato Factory is one of my good friends, so
nice.
definitely check them out.
How's
yeah,
it going? Yeah.
To answer Nate's question, do you guys like hockey? I'm not really a big hockey follower, but believe Mac follows hockey, and you do too, don't you, Landon?
Yeah, I do. Avalanche, baby, coming back.
It hurts to be a Hurricanes fan, but
Mike, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're fine, dude. It's all good. I hope we can make a comeback, but hockey's not in my session right now. I'm just hoping the Knicks can make it to the finals this year.
If they play anything like the Celtics did last night, don't count on it. I'm so embarrassed and so ashamed of that. I turned it off. I watched maybe until like the third quarter, and as soon as I seen that shot, I turned it off. And I didn't even want to be talked to. I was done after that. I was not happy.
The Nuggets game on Monday was so horrible. I don't know if any of you guys watched it. They were down by 32 once the Timberwolves at home in game 2. The former defending NBA champions. You can't do that. You can't get denied like that. And that's why I'm just hoping tonight they aren't losing by like 30 at any point in the game. So that was a tough one.
Fellas wants to say, tell you, hey, way to go, Landon. So
hey, I like the support, fellas. That's actually one of my buddies back in Iowa. You see, we got people all across the country commenting.
Nice. And I wanted to take a minute to thank everybody for joining in and being so active in the chat. We really appreciate it, guys. Just keep it up. Keep flooding the chat, and we'll throw y'all's comments up there and get to them as soon as we get a chance to.
So, Landon, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Super teams in the NBA, or like big threes. So I read an article yesterday on the New York Knicks about Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart and oh God, what's his name? They all played at Villanova together. So question is, do you think the three on the Knicks, do you think they're becoming the next big three?
So, the Knicks are a quite interesting team. I think the Knicks are a team that, I've been watching NBA for about 7-8 years. And when I think of the Knicks, I just think of, I don't want to say average, but they're always there in the mix, And, I mean, some years they have off years, some years, but the Knicks, obviously everybody talks about Jalen Brunson. But, I mean, the Knicks are kind of the rising, I would say kind of the underdog in the East. They're the 2 seed right now. I'm actually watching the game against the Pacers right now. But, I mean, they're kind of like that team when I look at the NBA and I say, the East, we think about the Boston Celtics. I mean, even you think sometimes about the Cleveland Cavaliers. But when do you really talk about the New York Knicks and you talk about them right now as an underdog? And even how they're playing right now, I think they could make a run. I mean, I'm hoping they're going to win this series against Indy. And if they can get it done and possibly, assuming they play the Celtics, possibly upset the Celtics, I mean, this could be a championship run for the New York Knicks this year.
Certainly possibility. Potato Factory, thank you for subbing to our channel. We really appreciate it. Appreciate the support. So give him a shout out real quick. But yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely it's definitely agreed. I think that number one, I think the Celtics need to step it up quite a bit. I mean, last night was just, I mean, that save something like that for the regular season. Don't even bother to show up if you're going to play like that. And I've actually said that in football with a couple of other teams, the Lions specifically. It was either Dallas or it was the Lions. I think it was the Lions. And I said the same thing. It's like, if you're going to come into the playoffs, you're going to play stupid, you have no business being in the playoffs. I love the Celtics, but if you're going to play stupid, then you don't deserve to be in the playoffs. The Knicks, though, They got a history maker on their team that's scored 40 points in the playoffs so far, just overall in his career.
In 5 games, he scored. In 5 games, well, all 5 games he scored over 40 points.
I mean, that's a Hall of Famer right there.
Yeah,
go ahead, Landon.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, I just am thinking right now. Like, obviously, I wasn't around in the '90s and the '80s, guys, even in the 2000s. But like, where like the power of like each generation. Like, I mean, when you think about like earlier days, like 40s, 50s, you think about MLB, right? Baseball is more popular, and then in the '90s, basketball kind of had its run, and then football. I don't really know. Like, what I'm thinking about is like the NBA right now, where we are at. Is just such an interesting place. And I mean, to talk about like the Knicks, like in all these teams in the NBA, I mean, you just gotta put them in a category of like, just it's a very interesting category because like I don't really know, where we're at right now.
So Nate, it looks like Mike's gonna. There we go. Okay, cool. I just posted something which will get this channel more views for this stream. Tom, thank you, Nate. Again, we appreciate you. Putting out the work there and helping us bring more people and more views to our channel. So shout out to you, Nate.
I'm telling you, man, my fan base, they bring in the subscribers, man. I'm already trying. What I've been doing right now is I've been trying to get people to get on the stream. So I'm working hard right now, guys.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. That's
Appreciate it, man.
Well, just kind of sit back and do our own things. I mean, if you go back and watch previous episodes, I mean, you'll often see either Mac or myself, kind of taking a minute to type something out on our phone or something like that. We're not your typical podcast where it's like a job. You sit there and you interview with question after question after question. You just sit back, have a good time, and and that's really what it's about. Love you guys. Oh, sorry,
oh my
Mac.
God. You know what?
We try to be amazing and amusing at the same time.
It's
a little bit of both.
Chad's blowing up.
So, what got you into?
Hi, James. How you doing?
Hi, James. What got you into sports? Wanted to be in the broadcasting and.
I got a really good story actually about how I got into sports. Well, into the broadcasting too. My sports story is one of the greatest ones because it has to do with Big Ten. It has to do with a Michigan rival that starts with the letter O. And I think you're going to like this story, AJ. So when I was 7 years old, my dad took me to probably like my second ever Iowa football game. I mean, I've been to them before, but I was not interested at all in sports between like when I was born until I was in second grade. And I had no clue. I mean, I missed the 2015 Iowa football season, which was one of the best ones. They went 12-0 and then ended up not doing too well towards the end of the season. But basically, I'll get to my story here. So my dad took me to this game, wasn't interested in sports at all, didn't even know how to play football. Iowa versus number 6 Ohio State, November 4th, 2017. I don't know if you guys know about this game.
Ohio State. I don't like Ohio State. I'm sorry, Landon. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be going on a tangent. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, AJ, I get it. I mean, I hate Ohio State too. I'm going to try to get through my story quickly here, but I think you'll like it. So I'm getting to this Ohio State-Iowa game, 2017. First play of the game, JT Barrett throws a pick 6 to Armani Hooker on the Hawkeyes. Iowa's having a rough year. I think they were ended the season 7-5 or 8-5 that year. It wasn't the best year. And come out, first play of the game, pick 6 on Ohio State. Everybody shocked. I have no clue what's going on, right? I'm a little 7-year-old boy who's sitting there thinking, I don't know what a pick 6 is. I probably thought Ohio State scored. I didn't know what was going on. And so this whole game, Iowa was just winning. And then late in the game, Nick Bosa gets ejected for targeting. And after that, it just all went downhill. And Iowa ended up winning 55-24. I got to rush the field. It was a life-changing experience for me and one of the greatest all-time Iowa wins. And after that, I remember going to school the next day, the Monday, and I asked my friend to throw the football with me, and I learned how to play football, started playing flag football in 3rd grade, started my basketball career in 4th grade. I've been playing those ever since. And then in 4th grade, I began running. And running is actually my main sport. I'm actually a really good runner. Our track season just finished up. We just finished up by breaking the district record in the 4x4 meter relay for our team. So that's my main sport. But broadcasting, when I moved here to Colorado, Colorado actually gives you opportunities through my town I live in that they'll let you have a free radio show. And you'll have about 3 radio shows, and then you have to pay, I think it's not that bad. I forget how much it is per year. It's $40, $50 per year to have 1 month for an hour to go on a show and talk about sports. And so I did that for a little bit. And then when I was in 7th grade, I started up with one of my teachers at my school, a student news program called RSN, and I was the sports anchor. So I've been in the sports broadcasting industry for a couple of years now, well running. And Ohio State, don't like them. Like AJ,
I agree. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad with Ohio State right now. They just
right now,
got
I've
one
always
more
been mad with
transfer.
Ohio State. What are you talking about? My whole life, I've been mad with Ohio State.
Well, they just got one of my players, so I mean,
we got somebody that's asking from fellas. Can you guys talk about the Bears draft and your thoughts on their draft choices?
well, I just want to say one thing about the Bears, and I'm not even going to speak on it. I'm not a Bears fan, but I don't know why. I don't know why they let the quarterback go.
Justin Fields.
Yep. I don't know why they let Justin Fields go. He was a good quarterback. He just needed the time and he needed the weapons. But now he's in the situation with how the Jets were with Geno Smith and Michael Vick back in the day. So now it's over at the Steelers. You got Russell Wilson, and it doesn't make sense to me. But
it doesn't. It doesn't.
I mean,
that makes me really mad, guys. I'm from Colorado, so I love the Broncos. Broncos are my favorite NFL team, and I mean I get it, Russell Wilson and the Steelers, but then when I heard Justin Fields was joining them, I was like, what? Like that doesn't.
The whole draft felt a little questionable. I mean, you go from the Bears pick to even now. I mean, I was very thrilled with the Bucks pick. It did confuse me, throw me off a little bit that they chose the center, but that man over there, he is a diehard Dukes fan. So as soon as I seen the guy, the center was from Duke, I went straight to Mac and got my research in on that. Question up here is who's better, Packers or Bears? I want the honest opinion.
Packers.
Green Bay all day, green and yellow. I'm not a Packers fan. I'm a Jets fan. I hate to say
and
that.
a Falcons fan.
Well, I'm only a fan of the Falcons is because we're sponsored by them in the fall, and in the spring we're sponsored by the Lions. So.
And Nate says the Pacers. I think that's the wrong sport there.
The Pacers
will be a good football team with their they got a good defense.
But no, I mean when it comes for me, I mean I don't know if I don't know. You have good players on both teams. I'm not really a fan of either. If I had to really pick one, I'd have to go with the Packers. I mean, the only reason I really ever liked the Bears, and this was back when he played, was because of Brian Urlacher. And that was really the only reason I ever had any type of feeling towards the Bears. I'm a Bucks fan when it comes to the NFL. I'm a Lions fan because flag football, Mac and I, we coach the Lions, and in the fall we coach the Falcons. Which last fall we went undefeated and took another championship there, and we're hoping to do another championship run this spring. Would be our first championship with this spring, if we can pull it off. And we're going through with the Lions. So
are you guys through the NFL Youth Football League? Because I used to play through the NFL Youth Flag Football League.
So now I mean, yeah, we are. But now it's for here, it's the NFL USA Football League.
Okay.
So I mean, technically it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to play flag football for a long time, and I really enjoyed the sport. Flag football. The thing about flag football that people forget is it might not be tackle football, but it's really fun.
Mac, I got something that can upset you real quick.
Can that wait after commercial?
Yeah. Yep.
All
so word from our sponsors, and we will be right back.
Give me 1 second. I can't find her.
Short delay, everybody. Give us just a second. Technical difficulties.
And we are back with the First and Last Hit show and FALH Radio at the Buzzsprout. I'm your host, Mac Dubs. To my left, once again, that is AJ Wichita. And down below, our special guest tonight, Landon. And it's been a cool breeze so far. But first, let's get into our sponsors real quick. If you're looking for a sports brand outfit or any kind of material, Ball Club Sports is the place to go. They have hats, hoodies, shirts,
Everything.
I will I will post a link here shortly for that.
All of our sponsors, actually. Can we do that?
Yeah, we can. AC's Cards and Collectibles. If you're into sports trading cards, AC's Cards and Collectibles has the best. We know because we own the place.
So come check us out. We got any cards you need at a very decent price. Just come check us out. Ask us what we got. We will show you, and we can always work something out.
And last but not least, if you're looking for a good book to read, The Almighty Voyage, I am telling you right now, I just finished reading it. Amazing story. If you're into like RPG and stuff like that, the author Poseidon, good friend of mine. You can check him out on YouTube, Spotify, ebooks, and yeah, check him out. He's on our website now as a sponsor. And if anybody else wants to sponsor the show, please hit us up in our email, and we will get back with you. Now, back to the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, Landon, what's a good hot topic you would like to talk about tonight?
Well, I mean, look, the Knicks just pulled ahead in front of the Pacers, but I mean, we got some NBA action tonight, guys, that I'm really excited about. Nuggets and the T-Wolves. My question for you guys is, I'm a Nuggets fan, so I'm going to have a biased opinion. I think the Nuggets can maybe come back. It's going to be tough. They lost 2 games at home, not the ideal situation you want. You guys can break my Nuggets fan heart here saying they're going to lose the series, but do you guys think the Nuggets have a shot with MVP, 3-time MVP now, Nikola Jokic?
I think they do. I think what they need to do is they need to shut Edwards down and Towns. They need to body Towns more. Towns is one of those players that everyone sleeps on. He is like I'm not going to say LeBron James, but he can shoot the 3. He can drive.
Mm-hmm.
He's good defensively. Anthony Edwards.
So
here's the thing. Hold on. What?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's fine. They're calling Anthony Edwards greater than Michael Jordan right now.
That one, no.
I mean, you gotta build a pretty big legacy if you're gonna top Jordan there.
I just posted the article on our website, so please go read it and trash it. I don't mind.
So, Mac, real quick, Nate is a Pacers fan. I think you and him will get along fantastic.
I am not a Pacers fan.
I know that. That's why I said it.
But
also, Nate, he wants to know how we sponsor.
Good question. So We
Talk about
will,
that later, maybe, or
yeah, we will. We'll get that info out. But I did promise Nate he can come on and
who
ask
happens to be a Nuggets fan too.
ask a few questions.
Yeah.
So let's. I'm going to copy the link
Mm-hmm.
and put it in the group chat and just click
And-
on it.
And so while he's doing that,
Oh,
love the Nuggets, big W. That is in response to sports
Or
sport fan.
I don't know if that'll work.
Hey, Mac, I know Nate
Yeah.
personally. He goes to my school, so I'll just send him the link.
Okay, yeah, cool.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
because
Thank you.
usually it lets me put the link in here, but StreamYard's been
It's been
acting
really
up
yeah.
It has been glitchy.
So, sport fan, Nuggets suck.
okay, so I'm sorry, our Buzzsprout people, we have been
Neglecting you. I am so sorry. I don't have the privilege to see your guys' comments. You guys can all trash on Mac for that. Hopefully by next week I will have some information.
Hopefully we'll have this all good and ready next week. It's been iffy, you know.
It's been a lot. So, but who do we got on Buzzsprout that wants to throw up some questions?
They're saying if the Knicks beat the Pacers, do you think they win the Eastern Finals?
I mean,
That's going to be tough. I mean, still, the Boston Celtics are still the number one team in the East.
Let's go.
And they're still a hard team to beat. Yes, they got smacked last night.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
They got smacked last night. Sports fan.
It looks like Knicks are going to pull it off, though. So, I mean, anything's possible. It says, as I look it up right now, end of the third quarter, 90-85. Knicks are winning. And you know what? I would love to see a clean sweep with the Knicks. I think if the Knicks take it tonight, it's going to be very, very tough for the Pacers to come back. And I don't think they can do it. I mean, they may get one or two, but highly doubtful by the way the Knicks have been playing lately.
Oh, sports fan is talking way too much.
I think I know sports man. I mean, I'm trying to figure out who, most of these people I know, so I'm trying to figure out. But.
All right, let's
The Knicks don't get a chance to win this year. I mean, maybe not if they go up against the Celtics, but I'm telling you, it looks like they're looking pretty good right now.
If Jalen Brunson stays healthy, if DiVincenzo and Josh Hart, they all stay healthy.
They're dangerous right there for any team.
I swear, Josh Hart is playing his best basketball I've seen in his entire career. And hold on one second. Let's
we got Nate. Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring him up on the screen here.
I got it for you.
You got it? All right, go right ahead.
Hey guys, I'm so happy to be on the stream right now.
How you doing, Nate?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for Friday because it's one of my favorite days of the week.
Well, yeah, it's the weekend coming up after that.
Yep. Weekend is always the biggest time of the week that I like to celebrate.
So, do we have any other questions from on Buzzsprout there, Mac?
There's a delay, so yeah, it's not.
Okay, well, we'll just give them a few minutes while the delay's kicking in. So, Nate, we're happy and excited that your enthusiasm get you on here. So, what questions you got? Let's talk about it.
I don't really have that many questions. I'm just really excited to be with a bunch of people who have a lot more subscribers, even though I only have a minimum of 13.
Hey, you know what, though? Like I said at the beginning of the show, I don't know if you'd joined in the chat or not. Doesn't matter if you have 1, 10, 100, or however many. It's all about the love and support. So
we're all family out here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness! I just turned on the Knicks game, and the Knicks are really rolling. Just blocked a nice shot from Tyrese. So.
Yep. One thing is, Landon is one of my best friends. Like
Nice.
one of my really good best friends.
I'm best friends with a lot of people out of school. So yeah definitely, Nate. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you see what fella said in the chat?
Oh yeah, I was just getting ready to throw that up there. Oh, Mac took it down.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. All right, sorry, but only person that knows a bit about b-ball is Landon. Mac, you taking that as an insult, or you taking that as a compliment there?
I mean, I'll take it as a compliment. I mean, hey, Landon knows his stuff, and that's why we wanted to bring him on.
Oh yeah,
that is true. Landon does know a lot about sports, especially basketball. One thing is, I'm also a really good basketball fan. I have been watching, and I've also been practicing for like a big team since I was literally 5.
Well, looks like
we got our other co-host.
Oh wow, okay. Am I missing somebody there, Mac?
No. But,
our other co-host. Yeah. Yep. You want to come say hi to everyone? No, don't tell me no. You're over here talking. You might as well make an appearance here.
AJ, how old's your kid?
She is 9 months. Oh my gosh, 9 months. Yeah. She was born August 1st of last year.
Whoa, chill out, my guy. Whoa.
She's cute.
Cute baby. I have 3 siblings. I have 3 sisters. I'm an only boy out of 3 sisters. So
I have one older sister.
Nice. Well, she's my daughter, and to respond to Barca edits, and I'm going to respond in the only way I know how. Landon, do you know this person?
Yeah, Barca edits. I'm sorry about this, guys. I don't mean to be. I'm sorry that he's being offensive. He's one of my biggest followers on my YouTube channel. He's been following me ever since we started. He's someone at my school that's been mysterious. So I apologize if he's being kind of rude. He's just some kind. He's one of our biggest fans here at the channel. Barca edits. I mean, there's a little rumor going around school about who he is, and I'm sorry about that question. It seems a little rude.
So Landon, real quick. And Mac, I think it knows where I'm going with this. You don't have, number one, you don't have to ever apologize or ever worry about offending us. I'm actually a lot more outrageous if you guys go, and I don't recommend it, but if you guys go check out previous episodes, you will see that I can be very feisty, I guess would be the best way to put it. So to hear Mr. Edits over here, or Mrs. Edits.
Mr. Edits, yeah.
Mr. Edits being a little feisty there kind of brings a whole new sense of excitement here, because it definitely gives me a chance to feel a little bit challenged. So, Barca Edits, if you got anything you want to roll on about,
He's a nice guy. I didn't really warn a lot of people that I was going to be joining you guys tonight. I tried to talk about it as much at school today.
Oh no, you're good. Like I said, I mean, we trust me. We've had a lot worse thrown our way, so it comes. It's one of those things comes with the territory, you know. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody blowing up the chat. So whether it's hate comments, supportive comments, whether you're nice, you're mean, we accept it all, and
hey, you can throw anything at us, and we can take it. I mean,
we'll either support it.
That's just who we are.
Well, we'll either support it and give you a compliment and be your best friend, or we'll simply tell you about yourself, and that's it. So, there's a little school mystery going on there. Sounds like something could be written for a book there.
Yeah, he sent me some emails a couple of days ago with a little rumor, like a secret message to encode about who he was. So I'm working hard with that one right there.
So
Barca Edits, shout out to my man Barca Edits.
So you
Barca Edits, who are you?
Yeah,
Throw
we want to know
another-
that. That's the chant, man. Barca.
Barca edits. Who are you? Throw another
What do you-
hint up here in the comments.
If you don't want to completely reveal yourself, just at least give us some type of clue.
Come on, Barca.
Give
Trust
us
me, I'll try to
something.
get everything out of him. Man.
So, how's Buzzsprout looking, Mac? Did we get any still delay there, or?
Yeah, I think what's going on is I think they're updating their service. So
I see. Shy Ortiz says, "Hey Nate," with looks like a dabbing emoji. Okay, apparently they have those now.
That's my friend. Hey, Cheyenne.
hey Nate, I hope you know you're on global radio right now. So say hello to everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Hey, hopefully,
Number 5.
I bet this episode's gonna make top 5 in every single country in the world. We're gonna get a top 5.
We're hopefully we can get past that, and hopefully we can get even higher. We're top 5 in Japan right now, and hopefully let's skyrocket to all around the globe. Let's track that top 5 everywhere.
Yeah, the fact that I am actually on a global network right now, I'm really nervous because I feel like if I screw up, I'm not going to get as much subscribers as I want to.
Everyone go subscribe to Nate's channel right now.
Yes, sir. I agree with that, man. I agree with that. Let's
I'll-
go and support Nate, man. Nate the Great.
Hey
Nate, go ahead, drop your channel in the comments. I will personally post it up on our website for a week.
Oh yeah.
Hey, make sure to also subscribe to me too, man. Gotta get the love all around.
Wow, Landon not wasting
Also Landon
time
too.
there.
But
Landon not wasting no time. I was getting ready to say something. He just threw himself right in there.
I can read your mind, AJ.
yeah, he's a mind reader, dude. I mean,
now all we got to do is get him to change to taking all of his stuff down and putting Michigan up there.
So here's a cool story. I got to arm wrestle Zion Williamson and lost.
Where was this
Lost.
at? Where did you meet him at?
So down here, they have meet and greets with the players once a year before the season starts. Found out, heard about it, and drove up to Cameron Indoor Stadium, which is in Durham, North Carolina. Got to meet Zion, RJ Barrett, and the rest
How
of the
you doing, Misha? Go check these 2 kids out. Go subscribe to their channel. See what they're all about. But can't miss out on some of our own. So shout out to Misha there, and happy you could join us tonight.
I don't know Jamisha, so but a new one.
That's one of our
Regulars.
Yep. And I forgot to do this during the sponsors, but shout out to our cake eating ECW friend for just being our friend.
Yeah. Chubby Dudley.
Uncle Chubbs.
Uncle Chubbs. Hopefully, right now, since you can't join us and you're most likely busy, hopefully you are sitting down eating a piece of cake for all of us. Or seeing one of your brothers incapacitated and running away.
If anyone doesn't know who that is, he is part of the original Dudley Brothers, Dudley family from ECW.
Back in the 90s.
Back in the 90s. And he's a real good friend of ours. So Nate, we have a question for you. Who are your favorite teams? Basketball, football, hockey, baseball.
So hockey, I actually have a minor league team instead of a major league. I still like the Avalanche, but my favorite one that I go to for my most games. Hold on, give me a second.
Here in about 5 minutes, I want you to come down and do the dishes, please.
All right.
Mac, it looks like Fellas is trying to rush us a little bit there. He's looking to
Fellas, would you like to come on and then talk some?
Hey, he's an
Talk
Iowa fan. Fellas is like me, so
Okay.
I don't know if AJ wants any more diehard Iowa fans.
Landon
but-
on his channel. He's streaming right now, and he invited me.
So, I mean, at this point, the more the merrier, right? Hopefully, we can convert him to being a Michigan fan.
Where do you know Landon from?
You already got me considering
Cool.
AJ. I mean, I'm obviously
Yeah.
gonna. I'm hoping to stay Iowa fan, but Michigan. I mean, national. How many more national championships can you guarantee me in football?
I mean, I don't want to guarantee this coming season just because we lost a really good coach and a lot of our players. But I will say, if we stay this strong, I can guarantee you several more. So I mean,
Look at this. Look at this here.
y'all think my Nuggets have a chance to beat the Timberwolves? Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
I
going to
think
say, I said, yeah. I just posted a poll up, and Buzzsprout people are saying 60-40 wins that the Nuggets will make a comeback.
Nice.
I see it going, guys. I see it going. I mean, I've watched sports for a long time. Look back. They got to win the game. I mean, look back on Cavs, Warriors, 2016 NBA Finals, got down 2-0. Obviously, they lost the first two games away, but they even got down 3-1 and came back to win the series. So, always a chance.
I'm sorry, Nate. We completely bypassed and neglected your question or your response to our question as to your favorite teams. I am so sorry we did that to you.
It's okay, AJ. I am also apologizing because I was talking to my mom about certain things. She wanted me to come down and do the dishes, and she was like,
Shout out to Mama Nate.
Yeah. So getting back to that answer, so my favorite minor league hockey teams are the Eagles. Absolute fan, and I believe I have a stuffy to represent that. I don't know where he is, but it's the mascot's Slapshot. So my favorite basketball team, Nuggets, obviously. An NFL team, I'm still trying to decide that because the
Be a
Super
Jets
Bowl-
fan, dude.
Go
Be
with
a
the
Jets
Bucks.
fan.
the Super Bowl
Don't
last.
Be a
listen
Jets
to
fan.
that. Don't listen
Matter
to
of
that.
fact, here. No, matter of fact, here. Just
The last time the Jets won the Super Bowl was in Super Bowl III. All right, go with the
third Super
Bucks. The Bucks are the only one of two teams to have never lost in the Super Bowl. We've made it to 2, and we've won both. Same thing with the Ravens. The only two teams that can ever claim that.
Wait, didn't the Jets go to a Super Bowl and win it? So they're one.
Super Bowl III.
yep.
I'm
And
gonna take a break, guys. I'll be right back.
all right, no
go for it.
problem.
But yeah, I totally agree. I'm just right now I'm not the biggest of a football fan, and look at that, I have two people that actually recognize me. Hey Amber, hey Cheyenne on the channel. Wow,
Shout
I'm
out to them.
actually getting a lot of people that I know that are coming on to this. But yeah, it's just most of my sports watching goes
Let's
to
check on the score
basketball,
here.
hockey, and a couple of other sports. I do watch a little bit of baseball at times. I don't like watching as much baseball as I like playing it because I
Mhm.
like the experience. But at the same time, I like to go to real life games instead of watching it on television because
Mhm.
I've only been to a couple baseball games, like 2 when I was about 3, and then we were traveling around a couple of the states the summer of 2023, and I actually went to a Louisville Bats game in Kentucky.
Oh, nice.
Well, the
So-
Pacers have made a slight comeback and cut it down to a one. And the Knicks are with a 1-point lead with 6 minutes and 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
But Mike, are they winning?
They are not winning,
Thank you.
but that is
That's
fine.
all that matters then. That's all that matters.
Yeah, they're. Oh wait, didn't they just get tied? Because it says on the score on my phone that they're like the Knicks and the Pacers are tied 99-99.
Maybe they are, but
Mac had to
Landon,
go in there and ruin it.
It's quarter 4, yeah.
What Matt? Do you say something?
yeah, the Pacers just brought them back. It's tied 99-99.
Oh yeah, I'm watching it on my screen right now. I'm a little bit behind you all. I got 6:50 to go.
So I have a question about this year's USA basketball team.
Okay.
Why is Kyrie not on the team?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, Kyrie.
Halliburton over Kyrie. I mean,
All right. Here's my take.
I'm not opposed to Halliburton, but
I mean,
Kyrie.
Let's go Pacers.
The trade.
Oh, what is wrong with you, Bradley? What is wrong with you, Bradley? No, we don't want the Pacers. No. We want the Knicks. The Knicks are gonna win. And why? Why would you come on here and not support the Knicks? Like why would you do that to us? You are hurting our feelings here. I mean, but hey, I mean, we appreciate your opinion though, and as long as you guys stay active in the chat, that's all that matters.
So Landon, what do you think? What do you think about that? Do you think it was a mistake not bringing Kyrie in, or do you think they're just trying to fill out something new for this year's team?
I think they're just trying to fill out something new for this team. I think Kyrie, when he got traded to the Mavs, ever since then, I mean, he's played good basketball. I don't want to say he's not played good basketball since he's came to the Mavs. He's played excellent basketball. But, for me, my question is Kyrie getting, not the youngest guy in the league anymore, right? Tyrese, a little bit younger than him. We think about the younger guys normally get the edge on the older guys. So when you look at this USA basketball team, I look at it and I say, hey, we got the young guys. We got the guys that are going to play well, and we got the guys that are the most popular right now. And I would say, in my opinion, especially right now in the playoffs, Tyrese is much more popular than Kyrie.
I mean, I think that when you look at any sport, you really need to look towards the next generation. Look at Tom Brady. He just retired for the 50th time, And I mean, if you still got it, go for it. But when you got players in any sport, that are going on for that long, you need to start bringing in the fresh faces. You need to start bringing in the new players that are going to carry your team. So, I mean, it's like to try something new, it's not going to hurt. I'm definitely in support of trying something new because that newness is what's going to be the future of your team in any sport. I mean, age can most certainly play against you overall in life, in sports, in any aspect of life. So, I mean, it doesn't matter how much, or it doesn't matter how good of shape you're in. I mean, the only thing you got going for you when it comes to age not really being a factor, and this can even be somewhat debated, is mixed martial arts. Other than that, you got something like basketball, football. You definitely got to look at the younger generation. That's where the talent's going to sit, and that's where you're going to have a much better team.
Miles Turner has 21 points. Tyrese Halliburton has 35 points. Siakam has 22 points.
So we got a boo Knicks here. Well, Bradley, I like your comment, and we're going to throw that up here. No hate. You know what? I mean, we can all disagree on multiple things, but we always try to respect somebody else's opinion. I mean, that's like my sister, to change the subject here for a minute about to college ball. My sister is her and her husband diehard Michigan State fans, and we go back and forth every time. So much so that every time we beat Michigan State, I will go so far as to make sure to completely rub it in their face and and go overboard with that. But at the end of the day, that's their team. They like it. I'm not going to hate the person. I'm not going to hate the fan for it. I have some sympathy with the Michigan State school shooting that happened. Was it a couple years ago or something? Like, a few years ago or something like that. I don't know if y'all remember that, or was that like was
It
it?
was a couple years ago.
Yeah, and it's just like I can't stand Michigan State, but at the same time, something like that does not need to happen. So no hate. I love that comment. Thank you, Bradley.
I'm from Iowa. I hate Iowa State. Gonna say it proudly. Iowa State heated rivalry. The rivalry had to stop between 1940 and 1978 because of bad blood. Every year you go to that game, if you go to the game and you're an opposing fan in the home team stadium, you're going to get thrown tomatoes at you. You're going to get thrown stuff at you. That is a heated rivalry between the Iowa State Cyclones and the Iowa Hawkeyes.
But isn't Iowa State in the
They're in the Big 12.
yeah.
So we only play them once a year in football and basketball.
See, I'm a West Virginia Mountaineers fan as well. That's home. I became a Duke fan when I came to North Carolina. Stuck with them. But the Mountaineers will always be the home team. Iowa State kicked our butts last year, man. And
we actually did a show. Was it not that long ago when we were looking over? Oh, it was the end of the Mac. What was it? It was the end of the.
it was the playoffs.
Playoffs, yes.
Yep. We did a college playoff show.
We looked over the brackets and looked over the history of the season and how easy the schedules were and stuff like that. So, but Landon, we have a question for you after the show, if you don't mind sticking around for at least a hot minute. Other than that, Nate, I feel like we've been neglecting you a little bit. Talk to us. Tell us a little bit about when did you become a fan of sports and really start getting into that?
When I was about 3 or 4 years old.
Nice.
I went to a couple baseball games when I was 3, and then I really started getting into the depth of playing sports when I was 4. I started playing basketball, but my grandpa wanted me to play baseball really badly, but I couldn't catch, and I had reflexes to not catch the ball, so I wasn't good at baseball. But I feel like that once I get into high school, after the summer, I will be good at baseball, and I'm also trying out for like a couple different things, like my high school basketball team, my high school baseball team, and trying out a couple different sports. And yeah, I feel like I'm much of a competitive person with certain things.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I'm the same way when it comes to being competitive. I mean, my nephew, who's how old is my nephew now? I can't keep track of this. He's 8 years old or 8 years younger than I am. So I'd say like close in his 20s anyway, probably mid 20s. And I'll never forget.
24.
Okay, thanks.
No,
and
you're what, 33?
I'm 33. Yep. So, all right. So, real quick, while we're thinking of that, fellas, it's all right. I mean, the fact that you were able to stick around this long, we appreciate it. We're not.
If you don't mind, go hit that like and subscribe button on the
For sure, and come back, get notified that when we go live, and come join us again. Like, we love having you on here.
I have a quick thing to say. I'm gonna be gone for like 5 or 6 minutes, so I'm gonna turn my camera off and my mic off. I'll be back in a little bit.
All right.
So, but no, it's my nephew when he when he was little. I am so competitive that I would never let him win a game. All right, like so much so where he would go and he would complain to his mom and say, "Mom, Uncle Andy won't let me win a game." And she'd look at me and say, "Why don't you let him win?" It's like, because he needs to know that in life, people don't let you win. You need to learn to win on your own. And now the only sport that he will not face me in is wrestling and mixed martial arts, because he knows that's my home. He knows that's my domain. And so, I mean, other than that, football, baseball, any sport, I mean, he just completely decimates me in that.
I mean, when you look at it, I mean, I like what you said there. I mean, I didn't explain this about myself, but I actually do a lot of motivational speaking through the church.
Mm-hmm.
I'm involved a lot through my church programs.
Nice.
And I do a lot of motivational speaking through that. And one thing I like to tell people is do something every single day that you don't want to do. If that's making your bed in the morning, but goodbye, Cheyenne. If it's making your bed in the morning, if it's even going on a run for me when I don't want to wake up at 6:30 a.m. and going on a run, I always tell myself, do something that you do not want to do, because having that self-discipline of, telling your nephew that you won't let him beat you, it shows that self-discipline. It builds characters, because people say the hardest people who have the hardest time as an adult are the people that had the easiest life as a kid, and people that have the easiest time as an adult are the people that have the hardest life.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, for sure. And it's like, I've been through a lot in life, and I use that, and you can really use anything as motivation. It really just comes to whether you have something that upsets you, makes you angry, whether it's something that you feel good about. You use that as motivation. I mean, just past year or so, or actually almost 2 years ago, I was 283 pounds. I'm only 5'6", and so I mean, but I use that more. I've learned to use different motivations to fuel my my drive to working out. And now I work out at least 4 times a week and give my body a rest. If I overdo a workout and I'm sore, I take a little more time off. But I stay motivated, and now getting into like I said, I've done mixed martial arts and wrestling my whole life. So and that alone is a big factor, because I want to be able to still compete, well into my golden years, and I want to be able to keep performing at such a great level until I know that I cannot do it anymore. And for me, I don't look at age as something that's a burden. Age is just a number. If you're in the best shape of your life and you're able to perform, you are able to, just completely dismiss age. Because really, at the end of the day, it's not about how old you are. It's about the performance, And in your mind, you're going to be able to know when it's time to call it quits. So
I see that.
I agree, and so good facts. So I started writing.
To our friend there, real quick.
Have a good one. Thanks for coming on the show and chilling with us for a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I'm also into motivational speaking as a coach, and I actually started writing. Excuse me. I actually started writing a book, and it's called "How Does Taking a Loss Teach You a Lesson?" And here are 7.
Thank you for the update, Bradley. Well, sorry, Mike, to cut you
You're
off.
fine. Great. So number 1 is learn from it. So next time you don't make the same mistake.
Mm-hmm.
2 is grow from it so you can be a better player.
Mm-hmm.
3 is it's okay to get upset over a loss, but don't dwell on it. 4, losing can build a winning team. I've seen that 7 seasons. I've seen it.
We're experiencing that now.
Yeah.
We only lost once so far this season, and we're taking that as motivation, like we just talked about here, and we're really pushing to, improve our team, make us better. Sorry.
You're fine. Number 4, losing can build up to a winning team. 5, losing can make you stronger. 6, sometimes you might need to take the loss to help you grow as a player. And 7, a loss can always teach you how to win. But taking those down and just be yourself out on the field.
Oh yeah.
Don't try and be a superstar. There's a kid on our team now. He's like 4'2",
Plus start.
and he's our best. And he's our best defensive player. It's crazy, but he can defend somebody who's taller than him, and he's got hops. I mean, I can raise my hand up, and he can probably get to about like right here off my elbow. So I mean,
how tall are you, Mac? How tall are you?
6'5".
6'5".
Oh, you're a tall man. I'm 6 foot. I'm 5'11".
How tall are you, Landon?
5'11".
Oh wow! And you're 14 and 5'11", and I'm 5'6".
Yeah,
30.
I'm in 8th grade and I'm 5'11". That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're the same height as my son.
You have is your son my age?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's 15. He's a Duke fan as well, and he's a Broncos fan as well. Big Broncos fan.
Hey, Bo Nix, he's bringing the Broncos back. You should have your son on the show, man, Mac.
Yeah. You know what? The next time I will get him on the show, and he's kind of mad with me right now because he's a Sixers fan.
Oh.
And he still had. So we made a bet. We made a little bet. If the Sixers won the series, I would have posted a video holding up an Allen Iverson jersey saying, "Hi, my name's Mac, and I'm a Philadelphia Sixers fan." But the Knicks won, and I still haven't got my video yet of my son holding up one of my Knicks jerseys saying, "My name is Bonehead, and I'm a Knicks fan."
Don't expect that video anytime soon, though. I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm not expecting it at all.
And the game is tied right now. As I just checked, 102 to 102. So, but as we start to, okay, check this out. 104 to. Apparently, I'm a little behind here.
We'll finish up the game here.
Yeah, let's stay on long enough to finish out the game, talk a little bit more, and then wrap up with our usual shtick.
Yeah, guys, I got about another 30 minutes on me too.
Oh yeah, usually our shows are about an hour and 15, give or take, depending. But yeah, no, it's definitely exciting, very close games. So. Nick, come on now! Don't let us down there. Sports fan says interesting, and interesting for sure. Sports fan, we'd love to have you chime in next week, and hopefully you can let us know that and get your thoughts on maybe how bad the Pacers ended up blowing the playoffs. So. Love to get your thoughts on that. Pacers still in the lead. Yeah, for a minute, Bradley, for a minute. I'm not even a Knicks fan. I am a Celtics fan. But if I had to choose another team, I'd have to go with the Knicks.
Mac, I'm feeling for you right now. I know if this was Iowa right now, I don't even think I could be talking right now. I would be sitting there with my eyes closed. I don't like close games, guys.
If it were me, I'd be out. I'd done shut it off, and I wouldn't even be watching it. I do the same thing during during a Michigan game. If it's too close, I can't watch.
Me either.
Nope.
I'm gonna
Look,
I like blowouts. I like it when Iowa's up a lot, but
Oh yeah.
more like when Iowa's defense is up by a field goal. That's when I feel pretty good. But if we're only up, by a safety, that's
Too close. Too
So
close for sure.
I'm guessing we're here at the foul line right here because somebody just shot and.
I don't know where you guys are at, but there was just a goaltending call here on the Knicks, and it's 106, 103, 54 seconds to go. I might be a little ahead of you guys.
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I'm not by my TV, but as I'm looking up right now, it's still saying 103, 104.
Oh, well, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys because it's coming down here. 47 seconds to go. Knicks have the ball. Jalen Brunson. Here, I'll do a little play-by-play for you here. Brunson for three. Got it! And the game is tied with 41.1 seconds to go. There you go.
Oh, come on, Knicks. Let's go.
Tyrese Halliburton will take it down across the Pacers logo. 36 seconds to go. Halliburton for three. No good. And rebound back to the Pacers, back to Halliburton. 30 seconds to go. Pacers have 2 timeouts. They're probably going to use one here. Shot clock down to 9. 25 seconds to go. Halliburton, he's going to want to take it. Tyrese has it. Long three. Good as the shot clock expires with 16.4 seconds to go. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Timeout. New York Knicks. 109, 106, 16.4 seconds to go. The shot clock literally expired. And who was that shot the three? It looks like it was not Tyrese, but the Pacers are still alive. The shot clock was literally at, let's see here, it looks like 1 second, and it was not Tyrese. It was number 2.
For the Knicks?
For the Pacers who made the three.
Oof. So definitely a nail biter there.
Yeah, it was it was Newbard. That's his name, Newbard. All right.
So
3. Oh man.
I'm sweating here, guys, on live global radio.
I usually do that every week, but that's just because it's usually hot in this room, and I usually have a Red Bull or 2.
Oh wow, and they're coming through with a banner across the arena that says "Beat the Knicks." That's pretty cool. It's only game 3, guys. Hey Mac, I mean, I know when you want the sweep, man, but like even losing tonight, it hurts a little bit, but.
I mean, it could be worse. They could have played like the Celtics did last night. So, I mean,
look, I know the Knicks haven't won like a blowout, but they're just one of those teams that surprise you. And ever since Jalen Brunson has been on the Knicks, he's taken the Knicks to another level. And
all right, here we go. Jalen Brunson shoots a 3, missed it, but he thought he got fouled. Doesn't get fouled. 10 seconds to go. Knicks are gonna have to foul him. They will. Jalen Brunson thought he got fouled, and he's patting that wrist like he got slapped, and they're not gonna call it. That's a huge play right there, Mac. He tried to draw a foul on a 3, airballed it, thought he got the foul. Brunson.
Is he still going?
Yeah, there's about 10 seconds. Pacers gonna be at the free throw line. Shepard is at the free throw line. Hey guys, as a basketball coach, I say this. I mean, obviously I'm a young guy, but I like to coach a little bit in the younger leagues, and I like to coach like my friends. I always say when you're in late game situations, never do anything like that where you have to force up a 3 when you think there's a foul. There was still 13 seconds to go. It was only a 3-point game. You know, even like obviously you needed a 3 there, but now Neesmith first free throw good, and it looks like the Pacers might be getting out of here alive with 9.4 seconds to go.
Oh,
Second free throw good. It's a 5-point game. Need a quick basket. Jalen Brunson takes it down court. 7 seconds to go. He's too slow. The game is going to end. 3 ball on the way. No good. Rebound Brunson, and that's the game. 111 to 106. And this series is not going to be a sweep. The Indiana Pacers win 111 to 106. And they make the series at 2-1.
And
Still
there
down.
you have it, folks, from Landon on FALH Radio. The Knicks versus the Pacers.
That's a
And
hey,
we
good
just-
play-by-play, Matt. Good play-by-play. Hey, wait till 10, 15 years when I'm on ESPN doing the game. You know, that's when it's going to be kind of crazy. You'll be like, hey, I remember I did a stream a couple times with Lamb and Rank.
Well, that's something actually. So we're going to wrap up here, but it's definitely a few things that we need to talk about for sure. So, everybody, as our usual stick, thank you all for joining us tonight. We love you guys. Stay safe, be good, and at the end of it all, let's throw it up here.
If it ain't sweet, it ain't tasty.
Tasty.
And we will see you guys tomorrow.
And too sweet, your arse is on out of here.